hard runner on the track. Whoa. The crazy picker life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Hello YouTube, this is Dealer with the crazy picker life, and next to me is my son and co-host
Wheeler.
Normal
intro start. Craziness.
This is episode 13 of our picking show, where we talk about picking, we show a little picking, we show our hauls, we answer your questions, and we buy and sell stuff.
On the show? Oh.
Possibly. So this show has a couple of things, couple of episodes. I can hardly remember what exactly they are because it's been a busy week.
Yep.
We're wrapping up some things at home with the school year, and business has been busy.
Yep.
And so we're trying to get everything put in place. So we did go picking.
Yeah, we did.
It wasn't so good. So let's show you a few things, and then we'll be back at the end of the show for some questions and answers. Click. Monday morning. Lots going out and stuff from the shelves. Gotta let that dry out. See if I can pull some of that stuff out of there. Have my landlord look at that. It's all kind of wet up in there. Okay, time to get to work. Let's get some orders printed and ready to pack. We had 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. Done on Saturday. It's about 24 plus 4, 28 hours later. 29 hours later. Let's print some orders. Well, it looks like the orders are printed. Forgot to check Amazon. I don't think I have any. Not as many this morning, only 24 hours. I think there's 15 or 17 or 19 orders, so I'll pack those up and we'll keep going with the week. Okay, a couple interesting tidbits just to show off some things and talk about some things. It's Thursday night. Just sold this BK Precision 30 megahertz oscilloscope 1479B. I plugged this thing in, and you can't really totally test it because it's got some knobs and things on it that I just don't have the leads for. No, actually that's not the case. I haven't plugged it in about a year. I don't know how to adjust it. That's what it comes down to, and I don't really play with it too much, but it seems to work. Anyway, sometimes I buy things, I mark them up, and I'll wait and wait and wait. They tend to sell. They tend to eventually sell. So I bought this for $15 last summer, middle of summer. Who knows? 15 bucks I thought was a good deal. Turns out it was. I don't know what I had it priced at, but it took almost a year to sell. And $81.44 plus shipping. So, you know, you turn $15 into $80, whatever that comes out after expenses and things like that. It's still 4 or 5 times your money. Now, this thing will be a little bit of a pain to box up. Won't be too bad. I do a lot of stuff like this. So there'll be a few dollars in packing materials and all that. So let's just say 4 times your money. And we like to do that all day long. Okay, one other thing. Now if it didn't work, you know, that would have been a loss, and occasionally that happens. Some of those things you can sell for parts. Okay, so I got this framed up. This is Goats Country Club beer. I thought it was a poster, and I got it framed up with some non-glare frame. I haven't found a place to hang it yet. But then I'm looking at it, I'm going, boy, this is an awful plain looking poster, and it has some weird things on it. So anyway, you know, cool piece. Almost looks like a cutout or part of a cutout for a store. One of the problems is it's earlier. I know where I got this. The guy that I got it from, it was sitting there for a long time. Her garb, everything else. Maybe I could, if I did some research, I could date the label. The label is pretty darn basic. But here maybe somebody out there can help me. I'm thinking this is some sort of a proof for advertising. I don't know if they would have put this in a newspaper circular or maybe a magazine. I don't know, but here's some things that don't typically come in a poster. These weird sizing mark things. And if you look at them, they've got a hole in the center. It's not a hanging hole. It has something to do with sizing corners of the picture. You know, the head fits in there. I don't know what that does. The hair, the shoulder, and then it's got this weird color check thing on it. And there's another sizing mark down there. So maybe somebody that's been in advertising or works with this kind of stuff would know. If you know anything, let me know. I'm going to hang it up. I haven't decided what to price it yet. I'd like to try to figure out what some of those things on there are. This is probably, I'm starting to feel, a fairly rare piece. Interesting piece. On with the show. Okay, another example of an item that I've had for probably close to a year. I already bubble wrapped it. I was going to take a picture of it. You can see the webbing in there. This is an old lacrosse stick, and I guess it was a woman's variety made in England. I met the owner who used this thing in the 60s to play lacrosse, and she was just getting rid of this and a whole bunch of other stuff. I can't remember exactly what I paid. It was no more than $20. It probably was closer to 10, maybe 15. I think it was 10 bucks. And you know, waited a year, waited for the right person. $127.91 plus shipping. It's long, it's kind of rustic looking. Somebody will probably hang that on the wall. I'm hoping it's going to fit in there, and it just barely fits in there. Hopefully it's still got some integrity, so in case UPS gets crazy, we'll put some packing material in there and wait a little bit and make $100. Let's see if Wheeler's back here. Oh, there he is.
Alright.
What's he working on?
I'm ordering chargers for all these different camcorders and stuff that we got in without chargers, which happens from time to time.
So why do we buy things without chargers?
Well, usually because they're valuable enough to be worth ordering a charger for.
Take a
or
risk
just get them
on.
along with other stuff.
Yeah. And some of it we can test. We just like to sell them with chargers. We found that that works out better, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't have as much confusion, as many issues.
So it's Friday night, and we are set to go to a citywide rummage sale tomorrow morning.
Yep.
And we've got a citywide rummage sale in our town, but we've beat the bushes in our town so much that we're going to go to one that's an hour away and then come back and do a little cleanup around here with whatever's left.
Yep.
See if we can find anything for good deals around here, and then try to be done done enlisting in the afternoon, right?
Exactly.
All right. Anything good over there?
Yep. Should be some good stuff.
Some good camcorders.
Yep.
Now, sometimes this stuff accumulates for months and months and months, and then we finally get around it. So
this stuff's accumulated for longer than that, even.
We've been trying to force ourselves to do this, and now we're going to do that.
Yep.
And then I think there might be even another tote here somewhere.
Oh, at least. Maybe two.
No, there's only one more. If you want to do that one too, you might as well.
No, that's surprising. There's got to be more than that.
No, that's it.
Huh.
So go ahead and take that and do that one.
Yeah.
Too. Let's get it all done, because there's always going to be more once we start buying. It's a pain in the butt, but once you're doing it, you might as well do it.
Well, I guess we went through a thing of camcorders just a little while ago, so I guess we did just order some different ones.
Yeah.
Thought we had more than that, though.
Nope, that's it. We've got some things we need to blow off on a nice, quiet, warm, sunny day.
Yep.
Once in a blue moon. All right, I'll let you at it. Banana peelers in the house.
Yep.
What you working on?
Battleship.
I don't think we're going to sell it unless it's big bucks, but you guys are probably going to play it. Looked like it was complete.
Yeah.
I just didn't want you to get into it. We got exam week going on at home, so bringing a new game in, probably not the greatest timing.
Yep.
Almost looks like some of these could be battleships right here. Little ship collection or whatever it is. So what are you going to list? Hamburglar?
And that hat.
And the hat. All right, I got to go gas up this car. I'll be back. Okay, so I have 4 cars. I'm making a video. Huh?
Electronic talking battleship.
Oh yeah, they got talking version.
That's really weird.
Talking version, computer version. That version you have there is a newer, non-talking version. They have older versions. It's been around a long time. I played Battleship when I was a kid.
1998.
Yeah, I don't know when it came out. Probably 50s. Okay, I've got 4 cars and I need to have 3. So Banana Peeler just vacuumed our old around town beater Honda I picked up a few years ago, and now we've got the Gecko and the super van, and my wife's got a van soon to be upgraded as soon as we can pay off super van. Got a few more payments left on that. All right, so 96 Honda, 225,000 miles, runs great, 1,500 or best offer, pretty clean, makes somebody a good in-town family car. We'll see what we can do. I gotta go gas it up. Okay, Friday night again, and we've got some stuff here for Banana Peeler to go through.
Yep.
So we got a whole box full of projector bulbs for the old film projectors, and a couple concerns when we sort these. We're trying to find what we did the first time. We had a couple big boxes of these as we listed everything, and a lot of them were low dollar and they sat for a long time.
Yeah.
And it was good practice listing all those, but that didn't pay off super much. We ended up lotting a bunch of them up, and then they sell. People will buy lots of them either to search through or use for projects or have in stock or whatever. It's my hunch that out of this box of 100 or whatever is in here, there's going to be a certain percentage that are good ones, $20 and more. And those are the ones we want to sort out. And so we're going to sort those out if we can find any, and check if they're new in package, make sure everything's good, make sure they look good, and then we'll end up listing those out if there are any good ones and lotting everything else up. You ready to look some of these up?
Yep.
Okay. Saturday morning.
Early morning.
6:48 a.m.
Yep.
Time to go picking.
Yep.
Can you pry yourself away from the computer?
Right crowbar.
Yeah. Off with the lights. Following me? Turn off your own light there, Buster. Huh? That's what you were supposed to be doing. Gravitates towards the darn computer. Then he doesn't grab a couple of things, and so then you gotta say go. And then you gotta wait. You picked that up down there.
Yep.
And of course we have to choose. Oh boy, it's a hard choice. First day picking the Green Hornet. Going pretty light today as far as bringing stuff along, just a couple totes. Quite have the Jeep outfitted for total picking. So we're going to a small town southwest of here, about an hour, called Russell Springs, population 800. Okay, well, Russell Springs, Sharon Springs, citywide was a bust. Probably the worst outing we've had in a long time. It reminds me of why we don't really go to rummage sales or citywides out of town anymore. We stopped doing that. I don't know if we went to any last year. We go to rummage sales when they're local, and we go to junk jaunts and things like that where there's a whole bunch of them, but we stopped going to citywides. Now I remember why. Just not much there. We got rained out a little bit, but that was not the problem. So here's a whopping $4.50. That's what we spent. And we got a couple of good things, but certainly not enough is the big problem. I don't know, some sort of a spin caster reel schmeal for 50 cents. Probably be $20 or more. A model, Hot Wheels, Camaro. I believe it's all in there sealed, so paid $1. And big box of cars for banana peeler to go through. Probably a lot of these little 60s, 70s little metal cars. Whole box for $1. What is that? Can't pass that up for $1. So a few of those will go home to play with the kids. And I don't know what those metal cars will sell for in a lot. Probably $1 each. And then we got a little camera stuff. Not much for cameras. This was $2. This is an air shutter lens that should clean up okay. You press the goober and the shutter goes. So that's really cool. That's 100 years old or something. That's probably 50 or more is what Wheeler said. So, you know, you got $4.50 to 20, 30, 50, 100 plus. Paid for gas, had some Wheeler dealer time, and had a good lunch. Time to get listed.
Hey, what's up, dealer? Not quite in the office today, are we?
Yeah, this is our office.
Not in the office anymore, Toto.
So we're getting done with our warm-up laps. We do 4 warm-up laps here at the track. We've got a workout that we're going to do today. One of the problems is that the track season for the high school and grade schools and middle schools is done here, and they decided to resurface all the cracks. And so anywhere that you see these hurdles set up, which is in all different lanes all the way around, they've got crack cement. So that's going to upset our workout a little bit. But
hurdles on the way.
Well, the sideways hurdles. Where are these guys? These guys are trying to hide from the coach because they know it's a tough workout day. All All right, we're going to explain the workout and get going. The younger runners. Hey, stay out of this goop here. They didn't cover this one up over here. Runner number 5, runner number 6, and then non-runner number 2. Kate used to be really fast. She used to beat Wheeler.
It's sprinting, baby.
That's sprinting. Wow,
Yeah.
what are these chicken feet?
Woo!
Cool shoes, dude.
Yeah, used to run in these, so I finally got back to them. What?
Time to line up, boys. This is interval number 2. This is a 700. Today is a hard workout. We surround hard workouts by easy workouts, and these guys are getting in pretty darn good shape. Still don't like it, but nobody likes going harder than they need to. That's the only way you get faster. 700. Watch out for the pylons. You need to take care of it. On your mark. Oh, on the outside? On your toes. Get set. Go. 232, 33, 34. Good job. 307, 308, 309, 310, 311, 312. Alright, we cover it up. We're going to be walking back down. Anybody know what this one is?
Third one.
It's the third one. What's the distance?
600 meters.
600 meters plus avoid the hurdles.
And 60 meters.
And if I walk across the middle of the field, it's because I'm old and ugly.
6,000 meter dash.
On your mark, get set, go. Full start. Here comes Wheeler, finishing off at 600, 212, 215. Good job. So some would say that I push these guys too hard. If you've ever been in track as a younger person or cross country or train for 5Ks or 10Ks or marathons when you're older, if you're a runner, then you understand a lot of what I'm doing here. If you're not, this probably looks like torture. But I've been a runner for a long time. Good job, guys. 246, 247. So Banana Peeler says that he had his annual gut wrencher sriracha meat and cheese sandwich.
Just before track day.
Yeah, right before his hardest workout of the week, he likes to have a sriracha sandwich, so that's why he's Scooby-Dooing. All right, guys. Whoa. Guy's got a lot of energy. Maybe let me see that dandelion. What the heck is that?
It's right where they spray the weed killer, so that's one of the survivors.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably full of weed killer. All right, we're doing a 500. We finish over there. On your mark. This is going to be a 400, then we do a 300, which is less than a lap. A 200 is a half lap, and just a 100. Those are sprints. So we're over the hump. This is where you build character. On your mark. Get set. Go. Now keep in mind, if you guys are watching times and comparing them to anything else out there, we're not that bent out of shape. This is a workout. I think my guys are pretty fast, but again, they are dodging, unfortunately they're dodging these out there in several lanes, and so that screws you up quite a bit.
Dad,
Yeah, buddy.
how many laps do you have?
Well, we're gonna do this one, which is gonna be short, and then we have 3 more short ones. I know you want to get going soon.
Hey, let's walk home.
Yeah, I know. You guys want to go outside, go outside, go outside and play, and then when we get outside, you want to go home. Right?
We just replace our bikes.
Yeah, I know. We'll do that too. Today later.
And we want to eat lunch.
Yeah, it's not lunchtime yet.
I know.
Okay, watch out now. They're coming down the street here. Now, Wheeler told me he's going to hold back a little bit, but he hardly ever can, so we'll see what he's got here. At 69, 70, that's a pretty good workout pace after what we've been doing. 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. Good, so you hit what you wanted to hit. The boys typically run their laps under 90. 95, they're going to be a little heavy here. 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. Good job, guys. I know you're dodging pylons out there.
Yeah, that was rough. Going super fast.
Okay, this is a speed one. This is a 300. We did 800, 700, 600, 500, 400, 300, whatever.
Every 60 seconds.
And so we're going to finish right down there. It's less than a lap. These guys are getting pretty tired and wily, and the rest of the crew is getting pretty wily too. On your mark. Get set. Go. 200. We'll see you on the other side. On your mark. Get set. Go. Oh. There's a rogue runner on the track. Whoa. So got some speed. Unofficial time.
11 minutes,
Just
58
saying.
seconds.
Yeah, I don't know if we started at the right spot.
No, 11 minutes, 58 seconds.
Oh. Whew.
Still walking.
That felt great.
Everybody made it. Wow, look at all this stuff. Yeah, you tell me that they worked hard. Let me go home. Okay, let's do some questions and answers.
Okay, let's do it.
Comments. SDVMA says, love the nice, quiet, small, clean town.
Lots of adjectives there.
Yes. So basically we live in a small, clean town. And that was by choice. There's another question that came through. We'll get to that one. Yeah, 10 years ago this summer we moved out here to the near west, near Colorado, northwest Kansas, and it's been good for the family. Nice quiet area.
Yep.
Tabitha Aker says, very funny Jeep pictures.
Yeah, it is pretty funny, actually. Yep.
Super funny.
Yep, comments.
Picker Smurf, first thing, if you want to play accordion, keep your right arm in the same level with a keyboard, not to the side of your body. That was the hardest thing to do for me when I started accordion lessons 40 plus years ago. Together with that arm position, you need to relax your fingers at the same time. Anyway, thanks for sharing. Good luck with learning how to play.
I think part of my thing with my arm position too was because I'm like right next to dealer here, so I couldn't really go like that very easily. But yeah, no, I see your constructive criticism, and thanks for that. I'll keep working on it. Maybe in 10 years I can come back and like have it right down, you know.
Well, a revelation happened this week, and I can't say I'm surprised, but I'm surprised. You said something about music and instruments, and then we were talking about some people have a music room. So what did you learn about instruments?
Nah, I didn't really learned it. I just decided to vocalize my opinion on it. Is that I'm not musically inclined. I can't sing. I can't like dance to the rhythm. I can't do all this other stuff. So I'm never going to be like a professional musician. even though I enjoy instruments and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of do it for fun. I own harmonicas and accordion, piano, and I'm planning on getting guitar this year and some other stuff. So I just do it for fun.
Hoarder.
Never gonna be good at it, but I do it for fun.
Hoarder of instruments. That's, your music room is not going to be where you play. It's going to be where you store your hoard of instruments.
Yeah. There you go.
Young 32 says, please throw the accordion away.
Oh man, it's like throwing money out of the door, you know.
Yeah, that was a lot of money. I'm currently reselling full-time in the San Francisco area, but I'm looking to move to an area with more affordable housing. I hear you. I was wondering what your thoughts and experiences were about reselling in a rural area. Is the post office good? What about UPS and FedEx? Do you drop off or do they pick up? Can you speak about what you pay for your business space and other related costs, such as internet? Do you get good speeds? Thanks.
Good questions.
There's a lot of questions there,
Yep.
and I've lived in larger population areas. We lived in Greater Chicago. We lived in Milwaukee. My wife grew up in Sheboygan. I grew up in Janesville, Wisconsin. And so this town of 5,000 that we live in is quite different from all of those. So when we moved out here, it was an adjustment. We do a lot of picking out here, but the majority of our picking is still in big cities. We just travel to them.
Yep.
So let's take a look at some of these. Post office, good. Yes, because a lot of times you can bond and make contacts with counter people by name. Postmaster, I can go into his office any given day of the week and sit down and chat with him. You know, the post office is as good as it is anywhere. Now we sometimes will not get quite as fast a service out of here, but it's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
They've got that streamlined. So I don't think post office is a big detractor from not living in a big city. In fact, I like what we have going here. What about UPS and FedEx? Well, again, UPS and FedEx work awful hard to have consistency, and so we do get FedEx deliveries out here. We do not have a terminal.
Yeah.
We can go 30 miles away if we really wanted to do that, or we could have somebody pick up as they're here every day. I know who the FedEx terminal owner guy is here. We do mostly UPS business, and UPS is good. I can get overnight service out of here, drop my stuff off at 5 o'clock and it'll still be there by the next day. So again, small town, sometimes it might take a little while, but you can learn the ins and outs and get really a more personable idea of what is capable.
And of course, one thing with the post offices in small towns is that they, in a lot of cases, were actually the backbone or one of the founding things of the community. So they're usually pretty good in even these smaller towns.
Do you drop off or do they pick up? I had pickups both for USPS and for UPS, and I have since stopped doing that. USPS pickups, unfortunately, if they pick up, they drive around with your stuff all day, and it will not necessarily get out the same day. And so I go down to the post office every day, and it's a mile or whatever.
Yep.
And I just drop off. Same with UPS. I either hand it to them on my porch if they're delivering something to me, or I see them go by my house and I hound them down, or I run them down, or I take it out to the terminal, which is a couple miles away. Not a big deal. I've got it figured out, so it's not too big a deal. It was only $20 a month or something for them to come out to the house, so that wasn't that big a deal. I stopped doing larger items for quite a while. Now I'm doing more again, so I don't know. I could get a pickup. Can you speak about what you pay for your business space and other related costs such as internet? Typically in a small town, and it depends, I guess, prices per square foot are nothing. I'll give you an example. We went into Denver and we're talking to a guy who had a mixed business, eBay / pawn shop / antiques / thrift. And he was paying $6,000 a month for quite a good sized space.
Yeah.
But that's just ridiculous. I don't know. We pay $700 a month for a couple thousand square feet, and that's cheap.
Yep.
So there are spaces to be had in small towns, and a lot of them, there's more real estate than there are businesses. Typically, you can find real estate off of the beaten path, and then it's cheap. So, internet, the one thing we don't like in our town is the internet speeds are adequate.
Yeah.
But they're not super duper. A couple of towns away and different places out here, the internet speed is super speed.
Yeah, they actually have fiber out here in some places, which is weird that even though they're supposed to have it in town, they don't have it here. So.
Well, there's some weird covenants, and there's some weird locally owned or regionally owned companies out here that are holding off the big guys.
Yep.
And so there are some weird things, but we're not able to get super fast speeds without paying big bucks, and we found that it's not quite worth it. We tried it a couple times, and the price was too much.
Not what we're getting right now, but I think it's 12 megabytes up and like slow down or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's enough to do what we need to do.
Yep.
If you go over to 100 miles away in Hayes, you can get 100 megabytes for the price of what we're paying.
Yep.
So something to look at if you're picking a community, but it's not a killer factor. So I hope that helps. I would encourage anybody who doesn't need a big town to move to a smaller town. You will save some money. You can still drive places, but obviously you got to think that all out. If we lived in, say, Denver, we probably could get rid of most of our vehicles and just bike or walk or whatever.
I think we'd end up with quite a crazy pace and probably smaller office area.
I didn't want to bring my kids into that situation. Yeah. So, I mean, we do have to travel some. Lana R. LOL, I had a flashback of my little brother playing his annoying musical toys while I was in the other room. I was watching while packing some things and would hear the accordion. Great haul. Also, do your sons help with shipping, or is that all you? I do all the shipping. I do probably 90% of everything else besides the listing. You do mostly listing.
Yep.
And answer questions on camera stuff. And of course you're involved with the buying. Banana Peeler does some of the office maintenance and some listing. I do all of the shipping and packing at this point. I think it's very important. It does keep me busy.
Yeah, and I know I've tried doing packaging before, and there's a reason I'm not doing it anymore.
There is a knack to it.
Yep.
And excuse me. I would like to give it up, but not at the expense of the quality, because certainly there's mistakes that can be made. Half the camera stuff is not fragile, but half of it is.
Yep.
Okay, that's about it for episode 13. Probably a shorter episode this time. We've got exam week for our schooling at home.
It's a fun week for me. I'm probably get like 10 items listed this week. So
Wheeler is having a tough time wrapping up the year, and so we're going to get school done, and I don't know what we'll have for a video next week, but then school will be done. More picking ahead, more big picking, big haul coming up in the next couple of weeks. You'll want to keep watch. And so
that's about it.
You're Wheeler and I'm not.
We're crazy and you're not.
Over and out. Take care.